I know from my own experience. I mean, John, you're not telling me anything new. There are always those times when everything comes unstuck. But in the long run, those times are no more significant than when everything's perfect. Do you follow me?
I want to get to one of the perfect stages. I'll give you the wire, sir.
We're all in the same boat, John. The pressures are different. But some of us are even further removed from direct action than you are, as far as results go. I get pieces of paper brought to me by the minute that mean nothing. I very often think I'd like nothing better than to get back to first principles. Stop delegating. At least that's an alternative you still have. Anyway, John, results. Oh, I know. You've had results. But it's no longer early days, John. What success we've had is beginning to stretch a bit thin when it comes under review. As a matter of fact, if it were possible, I'd give you some leave. A few days harms nobody.
I'm not asking for leave, sir.
No, I wasn't thinking of your asking, John, but it's out of the question. Anyway, at this stage. Anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, nothing, sir.
No. That's the sort of it, John. Like the rest of us. When it comes down to it, you're on your own.
Busy?
Just a minute. Do you mind?
What? What's that, son? Do I mind?
That. I was listening to that.
Were you? Oh, well, not while I'm here. We're going to do it without distractions. Eddie?
What? Here, what's your game?
Oh, no, don't be hasty, son. Don't be hasty. Just come over here.
What for? Hey, listen, you don't know me. What do you think?
I? Oh, just shut your mouth now, Eddie, and just come over here. I want you to look out of the window. Look, I'm not talking to myself. How many times have I say it? Don't rile me now, Eddie. There's no need for unpleasantness. I pride myself on direct method, you see. And I want you to come to the window and look out so I can show you the room where the law is sitting watching you. Understand? All things considered, you shouldn't be unreasonable with me.
What law?
General Custer's. Just look. He's sitting up there, third from the left.
What law?
Under the Emma law. You. They've got you auctioned off, here and at home. You surprised? Oh, you really can't be too careful, Eddie. You never dreamt it, did you? Somebody reported seeing the railway van here months ago, and they're very sleuthful, all softly coming and going, and all their eyes on you. And you making a fuss.
What do you mean?
A fuss, Eddie. You know what I mean? Drawing attention to yourself.
Who are you?
Me? Oh, I'm sent. From the top. To look after you. You understand? In all justice, you should be pleased. Grateful to me, really, Eddie. I mean, the little wiring job we did with the radio in the robbery van wasn't all that important, was it? Doesn't really deserve special consideration, you know? There's just that it seems there are one or two other people, much more important than you, who might be lumbered. Understand? A risk. So you've been judged to be worth special treatment. In the car at the back here. Understand? There's no need for you to worry about gear or anything. Everything's arranged. Leave as you are.
No, just hang on. The law's supposed to be going to pick me up tonight, you say? I mean, supposed to be picking me up tonight.
Well, I really couldn't tell you, Eddie. What difference does that make? Everything's arranged. You really mustn't interfere. You're all set to be weighed off. That's all that matters. Just walk through the back here. There's no one on the back. And I'll be there at 9. Look as if you're doing something with your junk. It's a sense of drama, you know, counting it, what you like. The fellow's right opposite, and he won't be able to see you, right? 9 o'clock. But don't keep me hanging about. Oh, yeah, and don't use your phone.
Hey, listen. You're not messing me about, I mean, you're not having me on.
Listen to him. I'm risking my freedom for you, old son. You know, cops and robbers. Bang.
Hello?
Yeah?
I'm afraid you must have gone home. Was it you rang before?
Yes, I'm his father, if you'd ask him to get in touch tomorrow morning now.
If I see him.
Right.
Hey, how's his new job at Bolt going?
I don't know. I wanted to see him anyway.
Bring him at home, then.
No. I had one funny conversation with his mother this morning. I can't talk to her.
Oh?
I don't know, it gets worse. Something there the whole time, a whole manner.
What?
Conversation ended with her saying, just don't think I'm stupid, that's all. Just don't think I'm stupid.
Don't think she's stupid. About what? What does she mean?
I don't know. Some bloody secret. It's like talking to somebody you don't know who's got a grudge on top of it.
Well, you know, I mean...
Oh, don't be a Welsh prig now, Tommy.
You going?
Huh?
Don't ask me, then. Don't need me to tell you anything about it.
No. Nothing to keep me, is there?
No, nothing in them.
Nothing, and I'm supposed to get results.
What if I want to get hold of you?
I won't be at my place.
Hello. If you feel like it, John, I thought you might go down and get some wine. If you feel like it. The off license, yes?
All right.
Only if you feel like
Yep,
it.
all right.
What's wrong? Something the matter?
No, it's nothing. No, I forgot I did intend. Isn't I?
Well, I think there is, Sarge. Yes, definitely. It's been over half an hour now. I don't know whether to go down, make sure, or what.
No, you stay where you are.
Well, the light's been left on and that, but I thought I'd better call you in case he's done a flip.
Bastard.
Aren't you supposed to be here or something?
What?
You. Is something wrong? Can't you stay or something?
Stay? Yeah, what do you mean? Oh, no, it's nothing. Something else. It was just something else I was thinking about.
Who? I thought it was something to do with me. I won't be long. Did you see your wife?
What? No. She rang. In fact, I wanted to speak to Terry first.
Well, what about? Hello?
Hello. I'm sorry to trouble you. I wonder if you could tell me if John Craddock's there.
Who?
John?
No, I'm sorry. I'm afraid you've got a wrong number. Who?
What is it?
I'm sorry. 8461243. That's right, isn't it? Well, look, I'm sorry for...
Oh, I'm sorry.
For me, who is it?
No, really, no. I've already told you.
For me, who was it?
I don't know. Somebody ringing here for you.
Yes.
John. Tommy. Look, Macon has scarpered. We've lost him.
Has he? Oh. Well, you can chase that up, can't you, Tommy? I mean, I don't think it's essential for me to get down there, is it?
No? No, all right. Just thought with it being the only thing that's happened that gives us any movement, but if you don't want to bother...
All right, all right. 15 minutes. No, just a minute. I made half an hour.
I'll be here.
Yep. It's all right, Val. Friend of mine. Val.
I'm sorry, I feel sick.
Do you sit down? What is it?
Nothing. Nothing. It's stupid.
Well, his ringing. Well, he's a friend. He's a personal friend of mine.
Well, I don't know, do I, John? Honestly, you say everything's all right.
Yes, but that's
no,
not
but
what-
really, when you come through that door, I never know. I'm half expecting. Oh, I don't know. It's nothing. I mean, it's so ridiculous, the consequences. I mean, they're so ridiculous for a grown man.
Hello. Is that Necros?
Yeah, who is it?
Well, don't you answer your phone anymore. I've been ringing for about half an hour.
What is that speaking?
Well, it doesn't matter who's speaking. I'm handling your complaint, all right? Just listen to me. Macon was fixed up for tonight, but he's shot off. You understand? He's done a bunk.
You're... Listen, who?
Macon, I've told you. You made a complaint, didn't you? Complained about him, making you uncomfortable.
Well, it's been taken care of. Now, just listen to me. I'm going to be around anyway, but I want you to see if you can hear anything around that place you've got, all right?
I mean, Macon was your choice to begin with, wasn't he? For the robbery, I mean. Just what I'm told, I mean. So I suppose it's touch and go who's seen to, when you think about it. Dispensable. In the grand plan, I mean.
Hello, John. I'm sorry I had...
Doesn't matter. Couldn't be helped. Still missing?
Yeah. We've issued a tacit alert around the clubs and everywhere. Not to touch him if he's seen. Wasn't sure whether you'd want him brought in.
Eddie Macon brought in on what? One of 3 sightings of the railway van, and that 2 bloody months before the robbery. If he was going to be of any use, it was who, in the long run, he was going to lead us to. What about this bloody fella of yours who was supposed to be watching him?
I don't know. Nothing struck him anyway. He's been told you'll want to see detailed times and movements. None of the other lads have been taken off, John. They're still keeping surveillance as detailed.
He's done a bunk, and we've lost him. I don't know. Delegation looks as if I will have to handle everything myself. I'll go and see what's going on at his home.
You, the Dowagers.
Yes, me. Feel like getting my teeth stuck into something. Everything else in this case is like... it's a bloody nuisance, I know that.
I was just getting settled down for a nice, quiet night myself.
Oh, I don't need you to start being funny, Tommy. No, I mean it. There's nothing to joke about.
What? Oh, that. No, I wasn't talking about that. No, you know where I stand, John. I haven't thought there was anything funny about that right from the word go. Nothing at all.
Drive me over. I'd like to speak to the Dowager, please.
What do you want?
Ah, you remember me. That's nice. I'd just like to have a little word, Mrs. Macon. Just a little chat.
About Bernie? What's happened?
Oh, no, not about Bernie. As far as I know, he's still tucked up in his little cot in Wandsworth, isn't he? Fast to Bobo's. Can I come in?
There's nothing for you here, Mr. Craddock.
I know how much you care about your lads, Mrs. Makin. It's well known.
Come on, less of it. What are you after? Want a drink?
No, thanks. Oh, it's nothing, really. Matter of fact, I really wanted to have a chat with the other one. Eddie. But he doesn't seem to be at home.
What about him?
Oh, nothing. Just a chat. Where is he?
He's not here. I don't know and I don't care, Mr. Craddock. Not interested. Now, if that's what you've come for, there's nothing for you, nothing.
Ah, don't tell me, Dowager. You and your lads.
No, that'll be all. Just let that be the finish. I'm saying nothing about him, Mr. Craddock. I'm not wasting good breath. As far as I'm concerned, he's finished, had it. And he won't be getting back in this house, so you'll be wasting your time watching it if you want it. I mean it. He's been told.
Oh, now, just a minute, Mrs. Makin. What's the trouble?
Trouble? No trouble, none at all. I didn't say there was any trouble, did I? That's your conclusion. And you can please yourself, Mr. Craddock. But I just don't want to hear any more about him because he's finished under this roof.
Yeah, now, Mrs. Makin, just you listen.
No, you listen, Mr. Craddock. Look, I don't want to be rude, but I don't know where he is, and I'm not interested what you want him for. I told you I couldn't care less. And it's no good you coming on strong with me, Yanni Makin, because I'm a bit long in the tooth for that game, and you know it.
Oh, now, don't get upset, Mrs. Makin. If you don't know, you don't know, that's all. But don't let's fall out. Only it seems that he's gone missing. And I want him.
Well, I wouldn't know. Anytime you're off duty and you want to call in for a drink, you know you're welcome, Mr. Craddock. And not about him. He's finished.
Very kind of him, Mrs. Makin. Oh, by the way, is his stuff still here? In his room, I mean. I mean, he hasn't left the country.
As far as I know, he's moved nothing from here.
Right, thank you. Good night, Mrs. Makin.
Good night, Mr. Craddock.
What was that about Eddie? What did he want Eddie for?
Nothing.
I can easily ring him, you know. I can ring him and find out.
You can ring who the bloody hell you like, you little slut. Just you wait till our Bernie gets out. If he doesn't mark you, I will. No bother.
Something's up.
The Dowager?
He's been given his marching orders. She's up in arms about something. Anyway, he's not expected back there.
Well, do you reckon I should detail a couple of men? Watch the house?
Yeah. See you in the morning.
Oh, John, are you going home? I mean, your place?
We're going in for ambiguities now, are you? My place, isn't it?
Oh, now, come on, John, I mean...
Oh, I know what you mean, Tommy, but seeing how most of my evening's been messed up anyway, I think I'll stick to my original arrangement. If that's all right. Good night. Oh, really? Should have stayed in bed, Val. I mean, in fact, I'm a bit pushed as it is.
Well, I'm making some anyway.
Oh, right. Only, I'd better make a move.
I'm sorry about when you arrived last night.
Oh, no. Sorry about disturbing you this morning. I mean, I know you got to scoot, right? Well, I'll make a move.
Yes, all right.
Sorry about the rush.
Can you call me today?
What today, Val? Well...
Or come round. It'd be better if you could come round to the shop and we could have lunch together or something. I mean, there can't be anything against that, can there?
This sounds ominous.
Does it? It's the best I can do when you're in a hurry. The whole thing's grotesque. I mean, it is, John. It really is. You talk about disturbing me. God. Every single thing that happens between us is dismissed within 5 minutes. Absorbed in pleasantries.
I'm sorry, Val, but I was in a hurry.
Yes, I know. I'm not making any special issue out of it. It's just happened. Recently, when you've been leaving, I felt I should keep out of the way to avoid embarrassing you. It's not fair talking about it now. Perhaps it's me. If you would, please, John, call me later. Or not.
Ah, John. Message from Terry.
Huh?
Yeah. All right? Detailed times and movements on make-in.
Home, scrapyard, snooker room, pub. Necros Club.
Thrown out, drunk. With Billy Sweet, you know him.
Yeah. Necros again.
Well, he does use the place.
Get out a search warrant for the Dowagers.
The Dowagers?
Well, his stuff's still there. I want the paperwork to be neat at least. Not much else is it? I'll chase this lot up myself, personally. See what he's been doing. Get out of this place for a bit.
Yeah. Get the lights on, Gar.
Hello. Who? It's Dillo for you.
You break, Nobby. Make a name for yourself.
Ask him to ring a bit earlier next time.
Yeah, I'll do that. Huh?
Listen, Eddie here.
Hi, Eddie.
Listen, how'd you get on?
What about?
Oh, the geezer.
Oh, yeah, well, I've been chasing him around, like.
Yeah, have you seen him?
Yeah, I've seen him, but, you know the stunt for these geezers. He said he'd have it today, so... As he said he'd have it today, I'm hanging around for it.
Today? Is that straight, Dillo?
Yeah, as far as I know, so,
Yeah. Well, listen. Now, listen, Dillo. Yeah? Listen. I'm in bother and I've got to have that money. No messing, honest, I am straight.
What sort of bother?
Oh, it doesn't matter, but I am.
What, is it law or something?
No, not just the law. Look, it doesn't matter. Just leave it, will you? Just take my word for it. I need that money. Yeah, okay. Now, I helped you out.
But listen, look, I told you I've been chasing him all round. I can't do any more, can I?
Yeah, well, you find him.
Yeah. Well, you give me a chance, eh?
I need that money, Dillo.
Yeah. Well, blimey.
Find him.
Yeah, well, you ring back, eh? Your life's not your own, girl.
Why, did he finish up in trouble?
Just tell me what happened, Billy. You met Eddie in Necros's club on Tuesday night.
Oh, yeah, he got me thrown out. He's a right nutter, isn't he? He was well gone when I met him. Eyes all glazed well away. Stumbling around picking on people. No, seriously, you can't do it. Not with that crowd in there. I wouldn't. They're all madmen. Just looking around, the bloody eyes on them.
Go on.
Wouldn't mind if there was anything of him. Well, we were at the bar, and all of a sudden he's gone, isn't he? I thought he'd gone home. I'm going to make a move myself when I hear him. Murder. The bloke who owns the place shouting at him to get out. George Necros. I don't know how Necros kept those lunatics he's got around him off of him. Anyway, all he said was get out. He was livid. Of course, Hero here finishes up in the freezing bloody cold with him.
What was he shouting about? What was said?
Nothing. Make him wanted some money. Wanted to borrow some money. Blimey, he didn't half get it, too. Anyway, I don't use that place much.
He was trying to borrow some money. But can you remember what was said? What exactly he was saying?
Necros said, no, there's no money for you, now get out. And that was it. Mind you, that Eddie fellow was coming on a bit strong. Could hardly stand up, and he goes in there murdering the man.
But it was borrowing, you sure of that?
Oh, yeah, it was a loan. Sounded like he'd been there before. He's got some neck on him, I'll give him that. Surrounded by all those freaks.
What happened then?
Well, there we were, weren't we? Out in the moonlight. Mind you, he didn't stand a chance, did he?
What?
Well, him, I mean. You'd trip over him. Carries no weight.
Yep.
Hello, Mr. Necros. Sorry to trouble you. This is Detective Chief Superintendent Craddock speaking. There's a matter I'd like to talk to you about. When would be convenient?
What's it about?
I can't discuss it over the telephone. Could I come in and see you?
Well, it's not very convenient today. As a matter of fact, I've got a lot to do. Personal matters. So couldn't you tell me briefly?
I couldn't. No, I'll call round. What time?
Well, you better make it late. Late this
Fine.
afternoon because
Thank you.
You mean something specific you're talking about? Something bothering her?
Well, not unless you know of anything. I mean, you're there all the time. I spoke to her yesterday on the phone. It's her whole manner, you understand me? Exaggerated.
Brittle. Go and see her. Anyway, what's the show of concern?
Don't talk to me about going to see her. I can't talk to her. Every conversation, there's too much distance between us. I can't get conversations with her into the present. The past's always there. And we don't have any future. It's impossible to rid yourself of something like that, no matter what you think. It's eradicable. Do you understand me?
With a bit of luck, when you get old, you might be a romantic old man, talking about yourself. You're being phony, and you love it. Yes, you're an irritable man who thinks that all that matters is his presence. Well, it isn't. You're devious, and I don't trust you. And I don't believe for 1 minute that what you're saying is what's really on your mind. Yes, I am there, all the bloody time.
Terry!
Sorry, no, Hang about your Bernie Makins, Mrs. aren't you?
Yeah. Well, look, didn't Eddie say where he was or anything about what he was doing?
Do you want to come and put in my balls, darling? I've got some balls here.
Shut it, Nobby. No, he never said nothing. Well, what's the matter? What's up? He never said nothing to me.
Yeah, aren't you supposed to be getting some money for him? Don't you owe him some money?
Yeah, well, I'm fixing that like as if fella owes it to me. Should be all right. So what's all the drama?
Nothing, and I'm not going to get it. I mean,
over
he's
here,
wage
darling.
money, you know. He's got to get away.
Yeah, wait, that's nice. I mean, the fella should come across. There's no danger like that. Hey, Nobby, here.
What?
Come here.
Yes, darling.
It's Bernie Makins, Mrs. Shut it.
Oh.
Look, Nobby can hang around here for Eddie to ring, and I'll go and see if I can find a fella. She'll be able to find him.
What
you can hang
fella?
around.
Oh, do you know what time? What time did he say he'd ring? Did he say what
Oh,
time?
I said sometime today, about this afternoon, like. So, you hang around, Nobby. When Eddie rings, tell him what?
I don't know. Listen, you just tell him that Arlene was here, will you? And that if he can, to let you know when I can see him, because I've got to see him, you see.
Yeah, well, don't forget Nobby.
No, you just tell him it was Arlene, will you?
Arlene.
Do I know you? You know me, don't you?
Yes, I do. Well, we were just on our way out.
Yeah, you wait here.
Well, what's the matter? What have I done? What's
Wait there, I said. Who are you?
Me? I'm nobody. What do you mean?
What's your name?
Clark. Nobby Clark. I was just having a game, Gov, that's all.
Know those two?
Yeah, I know, Dillo. She was just talking to him. I was just having a game, nothing else.
I'm a police officer. Who are you?
Beg your pardon?
Who are you? Never
He
mind
was
about your
doing
pardon.
nothing,
Who
I
are
was
you?
just having a game.
My name's Tilt. T-I-L-T, Tilt. I don't see what it's anything to do with you, though. I mean, I don't see you breaking any laws, do I?
Oh, don't give me, old buck. Where you from?
From? Oh, it's going to be like that, is it?
Like what?
The fella's just coming here. He wasn't
Hey,
doing...
shut up. Like what?
He's on his own, Mr. Craddock.
Look, I'm playing snooker, you see. Snooker? I don't know what your problem is, but if you want to take it any further, you can take me down to the police station, or else you can let me carry on with my game. What's it going to be?
Come on, you two. Want a word with you.
Cool, you went a bit strong there, didn't you? Do you know who that geezer is?
Yeah.
Still, don't worry, mate. Bleating law.
You know, I think I had him straining a bit there. I nearly had him going. Hey, if your mate's going to be wild, do you fancy a game? Pass the time?
Yeah, I've got to hang up the call anyway.
Have you? Oh, well, we'll kill the time together, shall we? Till you get it like.
Sit down. Believe you're a friend of Eddie's. Known him long?
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't say we were mates.
Oh, what's his game like?
What game?
Snooker.
Doesn't play as far as I know. Look, honest, I want to be straight with you, honest.
Do you?
Yeah, what I said in the car was true. Bernie's wife came in, asked me if I'd seen Eddie. I was having a game with Nobby. I said no.
No.
Well, no, I told her no, I hadn't seen him.
Packed in the game, left with her, you and I meet on the way.
Yeah. No.
And Nob is left on his own, no one to play with, while you went to take a message to Eddie.
No, you're wrong there.
I'm not.
You are, I don't know where he is.
All right. If you won't tell me, I'm having you taken in.
You can't. You're not, look, I told you I don't know.
Eddie doesn't play snooker, right? I say Eddie doesn't play snooker?
No, I said.
And you're not particularly mates?
No, we're not.
And what's he doing coming to see you Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon in the snooker room, admiring your game?
I only saw him Tuesday.
Ah.
Right, I tell you. I owe him some money. Anything wrong with that?
How much?
300 quid. He lent me it once. I was in bother.
When?
A few months ago. Why?
Well, why the urgency? Why this week? Why is he chasing you for it?
What? He just wanted some trouble or something. How do I know?
What trouble?
Trouble. Same as we all have trouble.
You wouldn't tell me where he was, even if you did now.
Oh, and what do you take me for?
What? Oh, a grass. A grass. You're born one. Only Eddie's got a vicious brother who's finishing a 3 stretch next week. Tell you what I think, Mrs. Macon. I think Eddie's in trouble.
Well, I'm sure he knows that.
Oh, does he? Don't think you do, though. Not the extent of it. You're a secretive sort of person, aren't you, Mrs. Macon? Spend a lot of time by yourself.
That doesn't mean I'm secretive.
Really? Well, I expect you've had cause to be in your circumstances. Now, look, Eddie's dashing around trying to raise money. His mother doesn't want to know about him. You're worried for word of him. And Bernie is coming out of prison next week. Now, none of that is of any interest to me, except that there was a visitor to Eddie's scrapyard yesterday afternoon. And afterwards, Eddie took off. When did Bernie find out about you and Eddie? Now, I'm not making any judgments. I just want to know if there's any connection, that's all.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
Now, look, Eddie was frightened. Now, it wasn't of us. He'd got nothing to worry about, not that urgently. It's my responsibility to protect people, that's all, Mrs. Macon.
No, he wouldn't do that.
Now, when? When did he find out?
Last Tuesday. His mother found out and she went in and told him. Well, he was scared about when he come out, but Bernie wouldn't do that, would he?
Your Bernie would do it for less. At the drop of a hat. See Mrs. Macon home.
You're not serious, are you, John?
About what?
Well, Bernie putting someone onto Eddie. I mean, why all the bother? He's out himself next week.
You're not listening. All that money business was to make a move before he was released.
Well, all right. But knowing about the surveillance?
Well, all right. Have you got any better suggestions? Let's hear them.
All right,
No,
John.
let's hear them. This is all I've got. There's a bloody timetable. Now, let's hear them.
Listen, what's wrong with
No,
you?
nothing's wrong. Macon's wrong. Get over and see Necros. Ask him to come in. I can't afford to ignore it, Tommy. It's my responsibility.
Hey, Dillo, listen.
All right if I talk to my mate, then? That be okay with you? Come on, Nobby, I'm shooting.
But listen, what about...
Forget the game, Nobby, forget the game. All right, forget it.
Yeah, I understand. See you, mate. Let's go for a walk, eh, Dillo? Let us go for a walk.
Shut it.
Must have changed jobs then, have you? Welfare, they said.
Yeah, that's right, Bernie, that's right. You're Eddie's.
What?
Eddie's welfare.
Heard you talk to me about that bastard. Listen, what are you talking about? What do you want? What are you after? Because I can
Be what? You'll start being things next week. Just for now, you sit down.
Well, what are you talking about? What are you talking about him for?
Now, what I'm going on about has got nothing to do with your private life. It's just that I got a personal interest in Eddie. Do you understand me, a personal interest? Now, all right, you were annoyed. All right, anyone would be.
You what? You know nothing about it, nothing. You? Listen, I'm stuck here. But that doesn't mean to say you forget about someone just because you're not with them, you know. They can do just what the bleeding hell they like. You know nothing about it, nothing. What do you know?
Is that your say?
No,
Is that it?
No, it bloody well isn't. You want to have a go at it sometime? Sitting there with a dowge, I went deaf. I couldn't hear nothing. You want to find out what it's like to have someone make a bloody fool of you before you start opening your mouth, mate. Snotty-nosed little rat ever since he was a kid. But you know nothing about it.
Finished?
Not when I get out, I won't be.
Oh, that's it, is it? Don't reckon this fella's going to do a good enough job.
Fella? What fella? What are you chatting about?
You know what I'm chatting about. The bloke who's going to sort Eddie out for you. Because the Dowager has told you that Arlene's going to hop it with him.
You what? I don't know what you're going on about. What are you going on about?
You do.
I don't. You're raving. Listen, do you think... Listen, I don't need any handouts. What you talking about? No one's going to do him but me. Me. And I'll do her. Her too. Makes no difference to me whether they hop it or not. I'll find them. The pair of them.
You'd better not be lying, I'm telling you that. You'd better not be lying.
No, he's gone. No, both of them. The pair of them have gone.
That for Dillo? That. Yeah?
Who's that? I wanted to speak to Dillo. Is he there? Who's that speaking?
This? Or the only one here? What's the message? I'll take the message. I'm a friend of his. If it's from Eddie, you can give me the message.
Eddie? No, look, I just wanted to speak to Dillo. Who's that speaking?
Oh, well, he's not here. You can try ringing back.
Yeah, all right, I'll ring back. Look, who's that speaking?
Sergeant Thomas not back with Necros yet?
Oh, no, not yet, sir. But there's been a message from Mrs. Macon, sir. I said you'd ring back.
Mrs. Macon? Get hold of her, will you?
Oh, and, sir, your son came. He wants to see you. He asked if he could wait, so I've put him into room D, if that's all right, sir.
Oh. Get hold of Mrs. Macon, will you?
Hello? Mr. Craddock? Mr. Craddock, what you were saying about Bernie, about that man, do you really think that's what it is, that it is that?
Well, I've been to see Bernie, and he says he knows nothing, but we'll see that you're kept informed.
Oh, no, listen. Only I just rang the snooker place for Dillo, and some man answered, and he asked me if it was a message for Eddie, and I don't know him.
Eddie? When was that?
Oh, before, not long, about a quarter of an hour. Mr. Craddock.
Just a minute. Sorry. Did he say who he was?
No, he didn't. He sounded a bit like that bloke playing snooker, you know, that cheeky one.
Right, thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Macon.
I want to see you.
I'm afraid you'll have to wait. Miles?
Yes, well, everybody else has to make themselves available for you. I want to talk to you about your wife, seeing as you're so eager.
Miles, any 3 cars in the vicinity of the Globe snooker rooms. See everyone's kept in there. I'll follow you down.
Look, I've been waiting to see...
Listen, Terry. Know you've got no right to be here. Know that I'm working. Now, for God's sake, don't be so bloody stupid and stop acting the goat.
Well, me? Oh, I'm not. Not me, no, I'm not. No, I want to see you about your bloody responsibilities, so don't start talking to me about mine. God, you always do that. That's what you always... Yes, well, that's it, isn't it? That's just it. You're a bloody big hypocrite. Oh, yes, you are. That's you. All piss and wind. Turn it off for your wife and on for your girlfriend.
Yeah?
Dillo?
No, this is a friend of his. Is that Eddie?
Who is it?
Or if that's Eddie, I'm supposed to come and see you with some money.
You are?
The law's onto Dillo, you see, so I've got the money here if you want it.
Are you the bloke you're supposed to see about the money you owe him?
Yeah, that's right. But he said it was yours. But if you want to leave it, I'll post it or something. Give me the address.
No.
Well, I could bring it. Please yourself.
Yeah, but what if the law are watching there and they follow you?
Yeah, that's the point. I'll tell you what, somewhere out of the way. If it's not crowded, you can see without anybody following. That's a good idea, isn't it? That'd do. I mean, unless you'd like to leave it for now.
No, all right. Where can we go?
Yeah, let me think.
Yeah? Right.
Is that Necros?
Would you put another call through for Detective Chief Superintendent Craddock, please?
Nobody here, sir. The man who was at that table.
Oh, him, he's gone.
Same one I talked to. As near as I am to you now. Fixing up a picture of him.
Excuse me, sir. The Assistant Commissioner was trying to get you earlier, sir.
Right. Oh, get me the Assistant Commissioner, will you? Now then, what about Necros?
Well, as I say, it was a switch. He practically threw me out. Then afterwards at the car, full of smiles.
You reckon a phone call?
Well, that's what he was waiting for. I don't know, something perked him up.
Oh, Craddock, sir.
John, how are you fixed at the moment? I want to see you.
Oh, I've got somebody in at the moment, sir, rather important.
Yes, so is this. You get what you've got to do, seen to, and then come over, all right?
Oh, right, sir. What is it?
That's all, thank you.
What's that about?
Dunno. Get Necros in, and I'll find out.
Necros. Hello, Mr. Craddock. Sorry about it being so late getting here.
Oh, that's all right, Mr. Necros. As a matter of fact, I've had rather an important phone call myself from the Assistant Commissioner. Wants a word with me after I've talked to you. The Assistant Commissioner for Crime, that is.
Oh.
And what was your phone call about? The sergeant here tells me that it seems to have been very successful, pleasing, seems to have done the trick.
Oh, no. Not as important as yours.
Oh, that's a lie for a start.
What?
A lie. Eddie Makin's the man. Why wouldn't you pay him the money that he wanted?
The what?
Look, you threw him out on Tuesday night, he was back again Wednesday lunchtime. Why should he expect you to give him money? Why you? What's the special relationship with you? You realise you're in trouble, don't you, Mr. Necros?
Me? I'm in no trouble. Now, what's this all about? I've come here of my own free will.
Yes, that might have been how you came, but you might have forfeited that when you got that phone call from the man in the snooker room.
Man in the snooker room? I see, an invention.
What did he say to you?
Well, the man in the snooker room told me that some aggravation I've been having at the club has been cleared up. Is that good enough? Now, if you've got anything to say, Mr. Craddock, say what you mean.
Don't you try and get funny with me, Necros. You're in trouble's what I mean.
Am I? I don't think so.
I don't mean now, this minute. I mean trouble. You've got no cause to be secure, self-confident at all, believe me. I've got you mocked. See Mr. Necros gets home. Oh, Necros. If anything has happened to Eddie, and we'll find out if it has, you're mocked, believe me. Somebody definitely thinks he's valuable. He's in it. I feel it. He's involved.
Well, involved or not, John, we've got nothing on him.
Come in. Sit down, John. Look, personal feelings aside, all right? This matter's got to be kept on an official level, do you understand?
What matters?
Just a minute. What exactly is your current relationship with your wife? You're living apart, aren't you? You're not legally separated.
No, we're not. It's something that'll certainly have to be attended to, but I don't see what that's...
I thought not. And what about, well, the rest of it? Are you planning on getting married again? Is that your intention?
No. No, I'm not. No, the issue's more than a bit complicated.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm bloody sure it is, John. Is this lad of yours a lunatic or something? Yes. I don't know whether that lot heard all over the corridors came as a surprise to you. Your personal relationships must be in a hideous state. I mean that, honestly. But that little audience, little chat you had, John, was heard by more than just your outer office. Now, all right. It could be seen as just merely some kind of outburst, hysteria, half-cocked revenge, I wouldn't know. But I've got to tell you this. This is why it's got to be official. I didn't hear it personally, but it reached me, do you understand? You get your picture in the papers too often, too many commendations from MPs for some people in this building to countenance. No, don't need me to tell you that. But this little shouting match on the premises forces my hand. All other considerations out of the bloody window. Now, John, I needn't go into the consequences of this matter becoming public. You know perfectly well that this kind of business undermines what is supposed to be an assumed integrity on your part, and thereby reflects on ours. You know that as well as anybody I know. So what are you being such a bloody fool about? Rules are rules, and they're not there to be bent. Especially not by detective chief superintendents. Detective chief superintendents do not have illicit relationships unless they want to get themselves another job. No. Sorry. No right to say that. I have no intention of asking you, officially, whether your son's allegation is true or not at this stage, but is he likely to go around shouting this sort of thing?
I don't know.
Well, you better make sure he doesn't. And between you and me, better make sure he can't substantiate it if he does. Is that clear?
Yes.
Get it seen to, John. Because, as in every case, not even me, no one is indispensable.
No, sir.
How's the inquiry?
Bloody awful.
Well, there's nobody else could do it better. Certainly not the bloody cattails.
All right?
Tell you the truth, Tommy, I've never known it worse.